What's up guys, Semi-Mong here, part of the Game-On crew, and we're back today, not with a tower tactics, not with just some Dungeon Defenders 2 banter, but we're going to be doing a monk guide, okay? So, we've got our bold monk here, and he's generally, or like typically, towards two different roles. Now, he's not a defensive role, he's more either attack or support, and I've set mine up so he's sort of half and half. I'm only level 15, and you can get to like level 40 now that it's gone out of alpha. I'm pretty sure it's out of alpha and into beta. I'm not quite sure. Since the Wipeageddon, I don't know if it's upgraded from alpha to beta, but it's upgraded into a new era of Dungeon Defenders. So what we're going to be doing is just showing you what statistics you want to be stacking for what role. So at the moment, actually no. We'll show you the statistics first. I can't even pronounce that stupid word right. Stats. So if you're attacking or support, you're going to be wanting a few essential things, and you're going to be wanting to leave like a few essential things. So the first thing you want to be stacking obviously is hero physical resistance. Now this is better for the lower levels. As you move on to the higher levels, you get like the flying things, like you get the like flying flappy one-eyeballed things. You get like the orcs that have got staffs, they're just going to chuck spells at you. So magical resistance would come as a secondary, but if you can, stack it as hero physical resistance, and also stack this if you're going for the attacking role over the supporting role. You want to be able to go into large groups of enemies and just like not take damage. If you've got physical resistance, any enemy that's hitting you like physically without a spell is just gonna like pew pew, just like do weak damage. It's gonna be pointless. The next thing you want to be stacking for either both of them is defense critical chance for support or hero critical chance for attack. So obviously you want your defense critical hits being higher and having them more often. So if you're a support role, you want to be getting that defense critical chance up, and that's what I've done. I've got 0.07, so my geyser traps, they're doing a few critical hits over me being able to do a few critical hits, because I've tried to like sort of mix up the roles. So I will explain this further down the line in a couple of minutes, but if just know you want hero critical chance if you're an attacking role. Now the next couple of things are just useless. Like here we go, defense health you don't need as either the support or the attacker, because your monk like towers are usually not targeted by any mobs. So defense health and even defense speed is really not that critical. So defense health obviously just gets the health up of your towers, but as I said, they're not targeted, they're not needed. That's more for like the apprentice, the squire. The squire, he's got the barricades up. That's what you're aiming for if you've got one of them characters. And defense power is actually what you're aiming for as the monk. So defense power is how powerful your towers are, how much general damage they're doing over the critical damage. So that is just general damage, and that's critical chance damage. Obviously you've got critical damage down here. So if you stack all of these as a support role, your defense critical chance, your defense critical damage, so it's doing more crits and a lot more damage, and then also your defense power, so it's generally getting a lot of damage out, then you should be okay, I guess. But defense range is not needed whatsoever. As I said, your towers do not fire. They're not like cannons like the squires. They're not like the frost towers from the apprentice. I'm not too sure of the huntress because I've never used her, but yeah, defense range is just not needed. So if we go on to them, and go on to the left hand side, this is the sort of side you want to be stacking as an attacker. So you've got hero health, which is pretty obvious. If you're an attacking, you need to be stacking your hero resistance and your hero health, so you can go into giant like mobs of enemies, giant groups of them, and take them out without worrying about having too much damage done to you, and without worrying about your health dropping too much. And then obviously hero damage is what you need to be stacking if you want to be attacking with your weapon. I've gone for defense power rather than hero damage, but I've got a good mix and match of them both. And yeah guys, you can add points into them. As you can see, we're going to be doing this at the end, do not worry. Now ability power is more towards stacking for attackers. This is just your main abilities, your heroic wave, which is healing, your what is it, chi blast I believe. Yeah, it's Chi Blast. Yeah, you can take out your Chi Blast. That does more damage. What's the last spell? You ready? We're going to check this out now. Info. There we go. Yeah, your Pole Smash, Chi Blast, and Heroic Wave all just have amazing, just better abilities. They do more damage. The Heroic Wave heals for more. All needed. And lastly, Heroic Critical Damage, okay? So, heroic critical damage, if you get this, you're just going to be doing more damage with your actual staff, not your spells, unfortunately. I don't think they've got an ability critical damage, and no, they haven't. So this is just with your staff. Now guys, why I'm going through these one by one is the fact that, look at my character. As you can see, I've got hero damage, defense power. I've got hero damage, defense health. I've got hero damage, defense health, hero damage, defense power, hero damage, ability power. It's just going on and on. Damage, defense critical damage, damage, hero health, hero damage, defense health. As you can see, I've got a few things in there that I'm not needing, and I've just clocked on that these are all the weapons that I'm actually using. Damn, that's the wrong thing. No, so none of them things are mine. Right, we've got hero damage and defense power. And then here you can see I've got, yeah, there we go, magical resistance and defense power. I've got physical resistance and hero health. I'm stacking up, just being able to go into different mobs. I've got hero damage, I've got more physical resistance, more ability power, more damage, more magical resistance, because you've got to have a little bit of that stacked for later levels. As I said, I'm only level 15, like, I don't need it at the moment. And then you've got ability power and hero damage. So you can see that I've got a good mix and match of them both. But if you do just want to go for one, I would suggest for attacking, going hero physical resistance, hero health, hero damage and ability power, and hero critical damage. Just this whole right side, because then that's outputting you and your damage up by just so much more. You've got your resistance stacked to take less damage, you've got more health to actually be able to take the damage, you've got more damage to do physically, your abilities are doing more damage, and you've got more chance of doing critical damage. It just is insane for an attacking role. Now the attacking role, as I've said, doesn't really place down too many towers. You do go around just taking out mobs, repairing other people's towers, upgrading other people's towers, and you're solely focusing on doing damage. Whereas if you do want the flip side, the support, once again stacking physical resistance and hero health to actually defend your towers when the mobs are attacking them is needed. But then you want to be going for critical chance and critical damage, and then defense power. So as a monk, you've got towers that aren't targeted with the critical damage, defense power, you getting hero physical resistance and more hero health. You're able to just like stand behind your towers as they're shooting people up into the air with their Geyser power, and just sit there and carry on attacking it with your towers, I guess. Like, your towers are going off, you're going off. Now I'm actually going to push towards the attacking side now more, and just because I've actually gotten more into multiplayer. So what I'm going to do is go around and just keep doing this. Go from the top, bam, just go all of that until I've got about 4 in each. And as you can see, it's increasing it up so much. I'm going to do one more. And actually, I'm going to be doing, yeah, where is it? Defense power, defense critical damage. Where's the critical chance? Oh, you can't do critical chance. Can't actually upgrade critical chance. Okay. So let's do more defense power, more defense critical damage, 3 in them. Do 1 more of these in each, and then do 3 more in there. And I think that's a good range, guys. So if we actually just back out now and go back down to the dummies, hopefully, as you saw earlier, we were hitting about 400s or so. What are we hitting now? There we go. Look, 600s, 700s, DPS per second's hitting over 1.5k. And that's because we're hitting 2 targets as well. So imagine you've got a whole like mob of them, and you're just going in, actually just taking them all out. And let's have now look at our ability powers, shall we? So Chi Blast, 3,000, amazing, like, literally amazing. I should have tested it before I put my ability points in, but still, like 3,000, hitting multiple targets there, multiple targets for like 2,000, 5,000 total, I believe it was. Let's have a gander, let's see. Wow, yeah, look, over 10,000. I got all 5 targets hit then. And obviously our heroic wave just heals up enemies and allies around us, but these are classed as enemies, so we cannot hit them, friends. We cannot hit them. But guys, if you have enjoyed this monk guide and you're now sort of more knowledgeable on what you need to be stacking, what statistics to gain for what certain roles, whether it be support or attack, I hope I have helped you out. If I have, be sure to leave a like down below. Check out our Dungeon Defenders 2 playlist for plenty of tower tactics and strategies and just player tactics of how you can defend the lanes better. And yeah, until next time guys, thanks, I'll see you on the next video.